Box of Wheaties, I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going to see him one-on-one.
It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Colts and the Broncos, coming up next.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Second down, again they defer to Snell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lock. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They look to throw. It's Lock. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, they'll throw with Lock. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pittman with a great grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Play action. It's Herbert. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. Now it's locked. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jamin Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
Let's go.
Michael Pittman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Clock now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go.
From the gun, Locke, he finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, and they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Indy. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Albert O, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Locke gonna throw. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And some room to roam now. Still going. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Sam Sloman now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Baby, let's go.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Indy.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the end.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Okuebuna with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. We see Drew Lock and the offense coming back on. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Lock. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw it is Lock. And that would complete to Stephon Sullivan. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
50. Mike 50.
I know you. Put that team on the bus.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Let's get it in.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
As we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Andy.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on first down is Lock. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with them.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Michael Pittman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point safely through, and the lead now up to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Defense wins championship.
Throwing now is Locke. Able to push his way through, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
You ain't going nowhere. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Know your job. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Hey.
Now Locke. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for the quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good.
We play
off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third and 2, Herbert. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deebo Samuel, 78 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat in the driver to get it to 25-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Locke. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Indy.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Albert O, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about
no escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
I'm going to hit you.
Yannick Ngakoue. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
After the sack on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now a give here to Snell. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
they've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. They run again with Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam there to make the grab. And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to run again with Snell. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lock's throw there caught by Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Okay, baby, let's go.
Welcome back now to Denver. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Mike's 50. All day. Mike's 50. Oh, you got deep? Mike's 50.
Here's Snell yet again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Who that?
Block working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wheeler. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Benny Snell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Rodgers to return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
As
up.
you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I'm coming after you. 45.
To the air again, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Hines. And this time he is in. Nyheim Hines becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Clock now on first down. Over the middle to Evans. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Clock now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver's offense ready to go again. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Locke trying again after the pick six. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Locke going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
That's what we are. I'm coming back.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Locke's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. From the gun, it's Locke. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point safely through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On first down, Justin Herbert finds Hines again for the completion. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he stopped immediately there. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw here, Herbert. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sam Sloman for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Rodgers on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down formation.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Let's go, fellas.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
45. Mike, 45.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.